Okay, hey, we're back on the bench with a Panasonic color video monitor, model BTS 1050. So this was gifted to me by a friend of mine, and I tested this one. I know this monitor works. I think it is a 9-inch. I think it's a 9-inch. Let's measure it. Corner to corner. Yeah, 9-inch. So today's work is kind of test and evaluation. I did not plug this in. This thing hasn't been plugged in for like a year and a half, so should be discharged pretty good. But somebody put tape all the way around it, and on the case had a piece of duct tape on it. I took the handles off. It's just, yeah, there's another piece of duct tape, more tape, and I really want to clean this thing up. I might end up painting that outer bezel, but the tube is in it right now, so I think at the moment, I think I'm going to put that case back on. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm sitting here checking it out. It has one speaker, which is totally filthy. Probably could just replace that guy maybe, but the tape is bad. But I have a tool. I'll show you. I'll show you how we're going to tackle this without chemicals, and I already did a spot without scratching up. But I have a fiberglass spade, and that is so crumbly. That is so crumbly. It's actually coming right off. My table's banging around. So I can slowly just go through and scrape all that off without mucking up the plastic too bad. We'll do a spot here together. Do a little square. That's gonna suck, but it has to get done. So, and then the alcohol, then get that off, clean it up with the alcohol, and see how it looks. Hopefully, get it off without. This already has a big scratch, but if I get it off, I might not have to do anything. Yeah, nice little Panasonic. Same deal, no RGB. No RGB, S video only. Video A, video B, S video in and out. Video B has a component in, and, has a sync selection, audio, 2 audio lines. Yeah, this is for A, that's for B. AFC and a remote. There's the battery. I don't actually have the battery, but I have the battery adapter, the backup battery adapter. So yeah, I think I'm just going to clean this guy up today, and I kind of want to wash it. I mean, that's pretty filthy compared to the other ones. Kind of want to wash this one. So all right, I'm going to get to work here on this guy. We'll catch you back later. Arcade Laboratories. Keith here, Elder Rock, back for another video. So hey, I wanted to take this time and just thank everybody. This is long coming. I wanted to thank all my subscribers and all of my viewers and people who watch my videos and been with me. And I've taken a long break, but I was home getting the arcade stuff figured out, and it was just exhausting work. And but anyway, I'm back in Thailand on a new bench, and it looks kind of like my old bench, but different view. So I wanted to take this opportunity before we jump into this video And thank all my viewers, thank all my supporters, all of my senior guys that helped me, all the people at my level, you know, doing repairs and out hustling for cabinets and knowing what they got. Thank you. And I'm happy to be back, and I think we're just going to jump right into it here. This was a little 9-inch CRT, PVM CRT color video monitor, model BTS 1050Y. My friend in Thailand had given it to me, and the case was completely destroyed, and so was the front cover. It was awful. It had masking tape all around the edges, and I'm going to put some pictures in here. But it had a good picture. I tested it, and it's pretty good. It has S-video input, 2 S-video inputs, and composite. I think component and composite. I think the external sync will take composite. And anyway, I got it all apart. I painted this, and we're ready to put it back together. I did break a connector here because I'm a little rusty, I guess. I thought that was a connector that was going to come off, and instead I ended up pulling the pins, broke the solder loose, and I just resoldered all that. And kind of the other end, I hit the other end. I inspected I inspected the whole thing. The header board, when we get it over here on the tripod, we'll start going over that. But that's what it looks like in pieces. This is where we're starting, and we're going to just kind of go through and put this thing back together. It might be time-lapse, some of it. I got the manual up over here, and I just kind of want to follow along through the manual with some of the stuff when I put it back together. So that's where we're gonna start. Let's get this chassis kind of figured out, and I have a connector to fix here. This is for the ground off of the monitor, and I pulled it out not knowing how to properly get this connector out. And the thing is, that connector is not meant to come out. It was a push button. It was a push button deal. Not a push button. It has 2 tabs either side. I think you pinch them and it releases. I could be wrong, but it don't matter. Like, whatever's holding it down in there is broken now. So get it on the chassis, fix that, and we should be able to put this thing together. And get this thing fired up and tested. I'm excited about that. Okay, let's get you on the tripod. back together. I wish it wasn't so dark in here. We're gonna take you out. I'm gonna take you out of the tripod. Let's check her out. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's so dark in here. Yeah, that really came out good. But you know, the real test starts when the real test starts when we fire it up. Yeah, there's the back. Tons better. I mean, still not clean, but at least everything will be making good contact now. Yeah, the color's not bad. It don't even matter. It's way better than it was. It's pretty nice. Yeah. Well, I'm going to let my phone charge. I'm going to get my test set up. We're going to plug this thing in and see what happens. Okay, hey, we're back the next day. It kind of got late last night, and after I put this thing together. And full disclosure, I remember when I put this back together, I did not reconnect that ground wire, the CRT ground, to the neck board. So I had to tear this thing all the way down for two reasons. I forgot that, and I also forgot some screws on the front panel of this thing. So let's go ahead, and I already have it turned on. So for testing, I'm using a Sega Mega Drive 2. And this thing is capable of S-video output and also composite. So we're going to use this to check the inputs for our TV. Now, something to keep in mind, working in Thailand and Europe and even the US as international market, you have to be careful of the equipment that you're getting. Like for example, this is a Japanese Sega Mega Drive 2. So Japan runs on the same frequency, 60 hertz, as the US and Japan are the same. And this TV is also Japanese, so they are pretty well compatible. But if I were to take something that's not native, you might have problems with your display. Now, that's what's so nice about this guy. Here, let's zoom in and let's go through some of the features. What we can do here. I don't know if we can get the light, whatever. But this thing does have a PAL NTSC setting. So if we hit it, we kind of go gray if we go into the PAL. So natively, this is right now reading at 60 hertz, which is pretty cool because here in Thailand, the power is actually 50 hertz, which a lot of your lower consumer grade TVs, they use that frequency to modulate, decode the video signals. But this little set is really nice. It has NTSC and PAL setting, and it also supports 4:3 ratio and 16:9. So I think 240, yeah, 240p. What would it be? 480. I think it would handle both just fine. Some really nice little TV for your retro gaming, retro computer, video circuitry, or not video, CCTV. This is just a really nice little unit, and this is almost a true flat screen. The screen is flat. There's a slight concave, not concave. There's a slight curve, but this is a mostly flat CRT tube. So anyway, so we got it fired on. Let's go ahead and zoom up on there, and let's just pick out a couple games. I'm going to show you how nice this looks. Let's pick a game. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and let's turn up the volume. So I'm using a 112-in-1 Mega Drive cart, and they seem to have just a little. Yeah, look at that nice picture. And this is everything adjusted middle. Everything is adjusted right in the middle of all the pot adjustments. And I think there's a bit of blanking issue, I don't know, with the program. There's a slight There's a slight blanking line. I think it's coming from the horizontal blanking. But anyway, there's some Turtles in Time. Look how nice that looks. And let's turn. We have plenty of brightness. We have plenty of brightness to go on this thing. See, I turned it up a little. That's almost too much. Let's do just a little bit of gameplay. Yeah, speaker, everything kind of sounds great. Scene 1, New York City. Yeah, look at the detail. That's just a really nice, picture on this guy. Let's, I am noticing a little motion blur, but that could be from the software in the cartridge. It's barely noticeable. Okay, we're gonna reset to a different game. Let's just do another. I was playing one earlier. It looked fantastic. Monster Hunter. Let's play that one. Monster World 4. I don't think this was actually released in the U.S. I think this is a Japanese only game. Look how beautiful. Look at those colors. Yeah, this definitely shows off the palette capability of this little Panasonic. I wish it had RGB inputs, but it does not. So we're going to do, this is input A. No, this is input B. S-video. Let's get the game going, and then we're going to switch over to the other input and see how it looks. It's all in Japanese. Oh, let's go save the world. I don't know, but I am weak. I don't know what to do. It's actually a really fun game. Ooh, ooh. Yeah. Look at all the nice colors. Look at the detail. The black is black. The white is white. The colors are bright and crisp. This is a nice game to actually show off the colors. Okay, let's stop here. I'm going to turn this thing around. Now let's turn this thing around and show you what we've got. So right now we're on video B and audio. So let's we're gonna disconnect that from this adapter. So we're the Sega uses like this large DIN. I think it's a 9 or 12 DIN pin. Okay, so that's a converter. It takes you to kind of a higher definition S-video. So let's see what this thing looks like with just composite video. Let's check this thing out. Okay, if I can get this thing plugged in. All right. So we didn't reset our game or anything. So now we're going to go component A. Now you have a BNC to RCA adapter for the video in. Let's hit the video in. I have to peel these back a little. Audio in. And I think it does support stereo sound. All right, let's get this thing up on the box so you can see better. Okay, and there we go. So that's line A input. There is, I don't know, I'm gonna have to maybe do some playback. It does look like the S-video is a little bit more clear. She's praying at the shrine. But it still looks wonderful. I think the S-video actually does look a little crisper. Really hard to tell. Let's see. We have phase, chroma, bright, which I know is fine. Contrast, chroma's fine. Yeah. So we do have some adjustments here that are kind of built in. We got a vertical hold, your PAL and NTSC adjustments are here, and I believe there you have coarse adjustment. You got fine and coarse for phase, chroma. Yeah, your chroma is going to have fine adjustment because that chroma is where the chroma signal, if you looked at it on the O-scope, is where your video is encoded, modulated, and demodulated in the chroma signal. Got mono, you have a crosshatch, you have an underscan, the video external sync. This is a nice little unit. So let's turn it around, finish giving the rundown here. Okay, and you do have your RGB cutoff adjustments right in the case. You have your line A drive, red and green. It's going to be for the signal that your composite is modulated and demodulated on. You do have a remote if you're connecting up like a CCTV network. AFC, normal and fast, external sync. Yeah, these are some of the screws that we're missing. I'm missing 2 screws back here. But this thing cleaned up great. I'm just going to unplug it. You can kind of zoom in, like that whole back panel got cleaned. Can't really see, but the metal behind there was really corroded and nasty. Even the plastic connectors were pretty awful. This was pretty awful, the battery pack. Yeah, she turned out really good, guys. So I think I'm going to wrap up that video here. I think we're just going to, yeah, let's plug it. Let's plug the S video back in. Video in. And, ooh, plug it in the right way. Video in. And video back in. I like the S video. Looks good. S video. And audio plug back in. And go back to our, there we go. Let's, I don't know what that is. That looks like Star Wars or something. It's still Monster Hunt or Monster World. Let's finish off with Sega Classic. Let's finish off with the little Sonic. Yeah, that looks really good. I'll do a little Sonic 2. Sonic 2. My friend Adam's daughter. That's her favorite game, one of the first games she ever learned how to play. Yeah, that looks awesome. White, blue. Got Sonic and Tails. Look at that. It just looks awesome. Great. Now we can kind of look for. Yeah, there's no frame loss. There's nothing is lagging out at all. I suck at this game, but kind of shows off the capabilities of this monitor, how good it looks. Go Sonic! And this is another telltale of the graphics. I've seen this in other videos. When Sonic goes behind the waterfall, how does it look? It looks great. That's where emulators fail. There's a lot of processing in a 16-bit system to get all those graphics. You got your character sprites, background sprites, and everything kind of overlapping. Your emulation, this scene right here is telltale. But for a multi-cart, I mean, it's original hardware and software, so there ain't no lag in there. Yeah, that looks awesome. Well, anyway, guys, this is a lot of video about nothing. But if you ever need to come up with a solution for your bench. This is why I rebuilt this. I got to get back into my game repair. Got to get back into my game repair. I've got boards over there. I've got boards over there. I got power supplies. Yeah, we have to get back to work on PCB repair, and I needed a monitor for my new bench here in Thailand. So this is definitely a donor, or definitely. I think I'm going to be using him for a while. That looks great. So, yeah. You ever have one that needs refurbished? It's not that hard. Just my things I always say: take your time, be organized, inspect everything well, make good notes when you take apart, your troubleshooting and reassembly, and you could come up with something really, really nice. So hey, this is me signing off on my first job here. So see you later.